Now, do you take prescription pills and tablets on a daily basis? If you do, then you're just one of many older Americans who do, and in some cases, you might even be taking several medications every day. It's easy to forget them, and that in itself can have potential health risks. We visited Greg McKenna of Higganum Pharmacy in the town of Higganum here in Connecticut to see his new high-tech robotic system he's installed to help his customers take their daily medications exactly as the doctor intended. And for full disclosure, we should add that Higganum Pharmacy is an advertiser on the Senior Centre CT.org website. So, Greg, we're stood in front of the SynMed machine, or the robot as you affectionately refer to it as. So just talk us through. This is a very large machine, glass-fronted. It looks like some sort of little conveyor belt system in there, which obviously discharges the tablets. So we've got some what looks like pieces of paper in there. What exactly are these pieces of paper?
Okay. So these pieces of paper, really what these are, organized cards that are able to take your medication and divide your medication up into 4 different times during the day per card. Or if you wanted to take your medication 6 times a day, we'd actually end up using 2 cards, and we'd just redefine the times on the heading of the card. But the cards have these little plastic cups in them, and in front of you, as you said, you see all these medications. So there's 400 different medications. Each drug is now being picked by a particular pipette. That you see that robot arm, and you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 14 different pipettes. So it can pill 14 different drugs at one time. So we talked about the fact that, a person would be able to do about 6 patients an hour, whereas this machine can do 50 patients an hour. So it's really kind of huge. So when you now take the person that, like I said, the person that had 14 different meds, we got it down to 12, and those 12 meds got separated into 3 different times during the day that they're taking the meds. So it coordinated all the meds. And now and I think that person I was telling you about previously, we actually changed some meds that should have been taken in the evening. They were taking in the morning. We moved them to the evening. Person was sleeping better. It's amazing. I don't take that med during the day where I'm making where I get drowsy. Now let's use it at night where I want to stay drowsy and stay asleep, right? So, again, why you're taking, what you're taking, how you're taking is so important. And the machine is able to now grab 14 different meds at a time, and it actually moves down each row and just grabs. The pipette actually moves into the canister, takes the medication, airlifts it out, and drops it right into the cassette that it's supposed to be.
So we're looking, as I say, at these pieces of card. I believe they form what are called blister packs ultimately.
Blister packs, that's correct. Yep, there we go. Okay.
And so then once obviously the machine has filled these various cards which are loaded into it, I see there's a young lady working to the right here. There's a printer underneath her desk, but she's also got a very similar setup on top, which have got looks like templates for the blister pack. So what's the job here? What does she actually do here?
Okay, so that whole coordination. So you're taking those cards. So you had actually 12 blister packs. So we're filling 12 different people now. And you're moving those 12 people and you're bringing it over to the side now. Here's the quality assurance labeling side. So in fact, if you remember what I was showing you previously, the back of the card had the label of how many drugs in that particular blister. She's putting the label on, and the labels are printed out so that they automatically go right across the top, so that what is being packed by the robot is now being labeled by the technician here. And the technician is doing the quality control check, so she's looked at it previously to say, okay, do I have 8 separate medications in here, or 12, or however it is. Each one of these cups can actually hold up to 23 different meds.
So then once obviously the quality check has been undertaken, so and you're satisfied that everything is okay, then these blister packs are either ready for people to pick up or to be delivered? Okay,
so after the technician actually labels it, it actually gets set over for a pharmacist to actually double check. Then all 4 packages, because you would get 4 blister packs, each one good for a week. Okay, so you get 4 per month. We put it together with a very handy medication management sheet that you can take to each doctor. So you can come into your doctor's visit. They say, "What are you taking?" And you can hand them a copy of everything you're taking, the time you're taking, etc. And it can be used, put on your refrigerator if, God forbid, you had to have an ambulance come through. You just pull the medication sheet, and they get that every single month. And it's really a helpful tool because it really provides that communication to everyone in a very simple and easy format. In fact, we put it into a very nice clear plastic bag, all set up and delivered right to your home by our staff, our friendly drivers.
And if you want to find out more about Accu-Fill and how it could help you, then call the Higganum Pharmacy on 860 345 3607.